today we are back with another video. And today we're going to be doing a special little set or whatever. I'm kind of getting this video out of the way. If you guys seen my previous video, um, I had said that I want to talk to you guys, have a chit chat style video, a little of a longer format. So we are going to go ahead and with this super special nail design. As you guys know, this is the home of the Goddess Gang Nail Art Challenge. And so we're working on a special nail art challenge theme right now, which is the celebrate love. We're celebrating love over at the Goddess Gang. And so we're really just creating nail art designs that depict love. And overall, when I consider how I want to do like my Valentine's Day nails or my love inspired nails, I couldn't imagine exactly what I wanted. So I decided that the best way to put my depiction of love onto a set of nails was to just print the damn pictures and make nail stickers. And this is my first time ever doing this. So this is sort of like a DIY nail tutorial and a chit chat style video. Um, from what I read on the internet, you're basically supposed to print the stickers and then use like a gloss acrylic spray. And we had the acrylic spray, but we had the matte. So I just used the matte and it did turn out well. Um, but it wasn't perfect. And I only sprayed the front. I think I probably should have sprayed the front and the back. So I ended up putting these pictures into water after that. Okay, so this is how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to put it onto you're supposed to use the glossy one and then essentially it's supposed to turn into like a real life nail sticker. I'll have to talk to y'all about that later. I do have no reserve LA in the cut. You guys can always save. We also have SXC Cosmetics. I'm gonna leave all the discount codes down in the description box below. You can save 50% on your no reserve LA. You can save 10% or 15% on your SXC Cosmetics. And you guys know that I have been wanting to use these SXC Cosmetics gels more lately because honestly, they're like a little gem that was up on my in my little up on the cabinet, that needed to be brought back to life. But so don't we're not going to talk much about the nail stickers as far as how to create them because I didn't really do them correctly, but there is supposed to be a way to do them so that they turn out exactly how they're supposed to turn out. But also, I think that you need a certain quality of ink and paper in order to get that result. So there's a lot of variables there. I'll experiment and talk to you guys about that later. But for now, I also put these in water because I wanted them to look overexposed. I guess that's it. They look overexposed, right? They kind of look more like a old Polaroid photo or like a super old picture that maybe sat out in the sun or wasn't preserved properly. And that's kind of how I wanted the pictures to look. And I have not seen anybody ever create a nail set like this, not particularly like this. So I definitely feel like I'm putting myself up on game and y'all. If you have ever seen this before, please drop comments to let me know. Tag me in the photos on Instagram. I want to see them. Tag me on YouTube. I want to see them because I feel like I don't know. I went through this like when I was working on these. That's why I wasn't active for like the first week of February because when I was working on these, one, they were time consuming because I did not know what the heck I was doing. I was experimenting. But I was like literally instantly addicted to like, oh my God, I'm gonna create so many nail sets with me and my boyfriend. But I kind of have a little bit of a plot twist for you guys. It would not be right for me to do this video without being honest. And I know that I like to keep my information or my business off of the internet for the most part. But you guys know that, like, my boyfriend's supposed to be my biggest supporter. He is really the one who told me, like, go for it, go for it. He was like my top supporter of my YouTube channel and my Instagram when I first started. Over the years, he has not really been much of a supporter because he doesn't really engage on my, like, anything. Sometimes, I'll invite him over onto the panel or whatever, and he'll come. So that's very supportive. But as far as like on the back end, he doesn't watch my videos or interact on my Instagram and things like that. But I kind of just felt like I mean, it's girly stuff, so who really cares? But I have to talk to you guys because first, I need someone to talk to, and two, I feel so stupid and embarrassed. Um, so I don't know. This year, I decided like relationships are hard, but I'm gonna give this relationship everything because like I want it to last, and I think that that's really what relationships are about. I did experiment with multiple methods with how to put these nail stickers on. One, I would say to just do it while they're still a little moist. Two, cut slits onto the edges so that they can actually lay correctly. And three, overall, I tried to apply these stickers with acrylic. I applied them with glue gel and I applied them with like basically like a hard gel. Honestly, I just like the base coat glue gel method the best. If you can just cut the edges so that they lay down properly. It is a little challenging, but I think with more practice it's easy. But nevertheless, so I kind of just been trying to have the most positive perspective over my relationship because realistically no relationship is perfect, and it's just that's just what you're supposed to do, I guess you could say, right? But there's just been like so many times where I will go onto Instagram and my number one supporter is actually supporting other girls, or like girls that are like dressing nasty or maybe not even dressing much at all, um like girls that I feel like that are younger than me, which is like when you're in your mid 30s almost, kind of like you get that complex like I never thought I look young, right? So I never thought that I would ever be intimidated by like a younger girl. But I just think that when you see someone you love like interacting with girls that are younger than you and like stupider than you, less responsible than you, immature, then it kind of just it to me is very telling and revealing that the guys only really want one thing. But okay, so you guys are gonna see that that's kind of the design that I went with. I didn't know what to do, but I did two different sets, and on this set, this 5-piece set, the photos came out pretty decent. On the other 5-piece set, they didn't come out as good. But on this set, I didn't like the design as much as I liked it on the other one. But overall, I will say that this set just it was I had spent so much time on the photo part of it that when I got to the design on top, I didn't know what to do and I didn't want to do anything. So I kind of just played it safe. You guys are gonna see it looks pretty bold. Well, I guess I was feeling bold at that moment. It's hard to do this voiceover because I was expecting to get on here and to say like a lot of good things and positive things and hopeful, optimistic, but that's just not the case, unfortunately. And I am honestly tired of not speaking my truth and of suffering in silence. Um, It's just embarrassing when you go onto the internet and you see like someone publicly humiliating you, someone that you love and you cherish and things like that. And I mean, I would love to like feel like I'm someone's Valentine. Last year, I think I did the anti-love set, and that one was also pretty much like, you know, pretty bitter and sad. And this year, I thought I would just try to be more optimistic and not be so bitter. Like, I know mistakes happen and things like that. So, if you're going to forgive someone, you should kind of just let it go. But it's hard to do that when they keep offending you the same exact way over and over again, especially when they see how it affects you negatively. So, I thought that, you know, kind of one of the first things I thought yesterday, a whole week before Valentine's Day, is like when I go online and I see that my boyfriend is, interacting with other females online and things like that. I just first, not like the first thing, but one of the first things that came to mind was what a piece of shit. Like, I'm supposed to be filming these videos talking about how beautiful this love is and how grateful I am for it, and just I want to be that girl, like you want to be that girl. But and that's one of the hard things about being an influencer is because it's easier to just keep going and not acknowledge the stuff and act like it doesn't exist and you know, stuff like that. But the reality of it is that it's a bad example to set, you know, like you should be honest. I want to be honest. I want to be living in my light, whatever that light is, you know, whether it's in love or not. And I have always wanted to be married and have a family. And my kids are at the ages now where I don't even need or want more children because I'm this close away from like never having to be held down again. And and that's what I always tell him is like, go find a girl like for you, because I mean, why are you wasting your time being with someone that has kids, that's already pretty established in their ways? Like, I'm pretty established in my ways. And so I don't really believe that I want a relationship ever. But I wanted to talk to you guys about it because one, I don't, as an influencer, I know a lot of people think that it's our job to be perfect or to, you know, like be this stunning image of, you know, everyone's fantasy life, but it's hard and that's just not the reality of it. No matter if you try to fake it, and I am talking about this finally because I feel like as women, we I know that if I was to do the things to him that he has done to me, that he would not be with me. And as women, I think that we just harbor so much all the time. And we live, I'm not gonna say it's like a life of lies, but it's definitely not full transparency. And I know that it sucks because when I started this relationship, I thought that this was like I was not in a mind frame of ever being in another relationship, and I just felt like this was divine intervention. And I still feel like that sometimes in my hopes. But the reality is that I don't really even believe that this is the day and age to, like, I feel like I grew up back when people still believed in love and marriage and, you know, it was just different. And now I feel like, and I hate to be the one to say this, but like with the internet and social media, I just don't feel safe. I don't feel safe in a relationship. I don't feel safe like trusting or trying to be in love. I feel like the only thing is, you know, you just try to, it makes you feel like you have to be controlling in order to have trust because you don't know what someone is doing behind your back. And with the world at their fingertips, so to speak, like the internet and social media, you really, like, if you even tried to control, like you would be outdone. Like you can't, there's no way to control people in relationships. And that means that the only sense of control is self-control. That's the reality. And I'm just pretty disappointed that like people can choose to do so many bad things with ease, but they can't have that same energy and enthusiasm when it comes to doing things that are good. They can consistently do things that are hurtful or that are bad, but struggle to like be consistent in honesty and love and truth and things like that. So I'm just pretty disappointed. But we got Madam Glam, some of my favorites. You know, Naughty Me and Barbie Girl are on my top faves of Madam Glam. We also got some more SXC. So you guys are gonna see on this set that um I went ahead and did like a different color scheme, and I kind of stayed with the same design aesthetic, but I switched it up just a little. Now, I really liked the design that I did on these nails and the colors, but so his favorite color is red, so that's kind of why I wanted to use red on the last set. And then I really liked the white and the black because I felt like it was like opposites attract or whatever. But on this one, I just wanted to make it more like lovey-dovey and stuff like that. I wanted the nails to give the idea of like a scrapbook or something like that. So you guys can let me know if I did good or if you think I did good. Also, if you were intrigued by these designs. And then I don't know, I just felt like I didn't do that good on this one because I ended up covering up half of his face, half of my face. I think I don't know. I was just so excited about these nails. I was so excited. And it's just so embarrassing. Like when you're an influencer and you're putting your boyfriend on your nails and he's like literally on Instagram messaging other girls. And it's like that is so creepy and like disgusting. And it's discouraging and disheartening, but I don't know. I kind of just feel like RIP, like RIP to this nail set and to this relationship and to love. And I'm not trying to be bitter, not that kind of love. Like, just, I don't think there's any need for intimacy or like trying to fall in love with someone or like meeting your dream person. I am so over it. Like, I do not believe in that anymore. So I just wanted to kind of make that little PSA, you guys, and just tell you that like when you're an influencer, you do have to fake it, unfortunately. That's the reality. You have to fake it and um it's not even only so much being an influencer. Sometimes I find that I'm in this position because I'm a parent and I have to do what's best for my kids too. And that is a process. And I just really feel like, it's a disappointment because I thought that I did my best to put God first and to have transparency in my relationship. And And I don't expect perfection. That's not what I expect at all. But I do expect honesty and trust, communication. And I just feel like I think you can always tell when a guy is a cheater because, like, well, when he's cheating on you, not when he's a cheater, but when he's cheating on you, is because it's like they always, like, they don't really care that much. They don't care. They don't have the same passion because they have something else to look forward to. And so, it's always very easy for me to spot out those red flags and then to identify, like, to uncover the truth. And, it's like I just feel like you would think if someone wasn't happy that they would just break up with you, like just leave instead of being a liar and a cheater, which are against the Ten Commandments. I mean, that's not my karma. Um, but and that's what I'm really sick of. I'm sick of being cheated on and then also having to be the one to leave. Like, I always have to be the one to leave in the relationships. And, that's why I know that this time it's going to be the last time. It is. So I just am kind of wanting to talk about it. And hopefully, if there's anyone else that feels how I feel, then we're not alone. And I think like this girl, her name is Ariana, and that's one of the girls that he was flirting with. And it's just creepy because my friend that committed suicide this year, her name is Ariana, and that's the stuff that really just makes you feel betrayed. It's like, I lost a friend this year to suicide. Um, I obviously have mental health struggles that I don't really talk about, but sometimes I do. And to be the person that's supposed to be my best friend, but to be going behind my back with girls and like not having any regard, it's just really offensive. So I'm just kind of, my first reaction is to just stay in bed and to just wait for this to pass and show my face on a day where things are better. But I've already done that so many times that I don't feel like it's productive to keep doing that. And I also feel like nothing's gonna change. So I'm not doing that now. I'm trying something different. And the timing is really the only reason that I'm talking about this, because if I didn't have to do this voiceover, then I really wouldn't even have to talk about it. And it sucks to try to celebrate your love and to try to have faith in your love between yourself and somebody, and to be met with this crossroad. But I believe that, like, you can only do this, make the same mistake so many times. And I just don't see myself continuing to make the same mistake when it comes to my role as an influencer, and how I'm being hindered by my environment, and the things that I'm allowing to keep me away from being my best version of myself and prospering and flourishing, things like that. And so, yeah, this was the end result for this one. I did kind of, testing out a new filming style where I don't show you guys the entire process to shorten the footage. You guys can comment and let me know what you think of that. I don't know. These nails, I'm just gonna do a complete redo on them, even though RIP, right? But I really want to see these come to life the way that I envision. But for now, this is how they ended up looking. And I find that that's something that, like, as a creator, you have to create and then make sure you like it, like a little quality control moment, and then you can share it with your audience. But when you go into it thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna film it, it'll work out perfect, the design's gonna come together great, and it doesn't, then you're like, fuck. It's a process. Everything is a process, and it's a timely process. And sometimes that's kind of what gives me hope in my relationship, is like, we're going out with a no wipe top coat. Okay. A whole bunch of spit just flew out of my mouth. Like, that was so disgusting. But anyways, oops, sorry y'all. I feel like that's what kind of keeps me going, is just, like, just being optimistic and understanding that, like, everything is a process. All relationships are a process. They all have their ups and downs, no matter if it's romantic, professional, your children, things like that. So, if you watch this video, I definitely would love to receive a DM and give me some support or advice. Um, I'll say it's like a subtle cry for help, like, legitimately. Um, I just hate to have this energy, but I feel like I need to release this, and that's the point of having a support system. So here's the end result. You guys can see all of the beautiful memories. I hope you guys liked my design idea, even though I didn't do perfect. I did my best. And I wish that I could have just said a lot of positive things and nothing bad. But life is full of obstacles, and they're basically like, you can't really foresee them, honestly. So I don't know, you guys, but this is going to be one of my entries for the Goddess King Nail Art Challenge. It's actually 2 entries. And I was really excited about it before, but now I feel so stupid. But who cares? I love you guys so much. Drop comments, let me know what you thought of this set, and definitely look forward to hearing from you guys via direct message. I love you guys so much. Till next time, I'll holla y'all, and I'm going to show y'all with these on. I don't know if it will be on this video.